Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Dynasty Wise Fantasy Football Podcast. It's Jeff Rowe here. I'll be your host. Padu is sitting over there looking at porn on his phone. Hey, check us prove it. Hey, guys, check us out at DynastyWise.com. We got articles, polls, rankings. We're going to keep adding stuff to it. So please check us out and please sign up. Today, we're bringing him in, IDP Joe.
Already. I'm here to get everybody else ready.
That's right. And to my right, still on his Rumspringer, as he called it, his Ramadan. We got Clayton.
You got to explore other things in life.
Yeah, that's true. That's what Rumspringer's about, is exploring all different things. So we think he likes technology because he's always here on the podcast.
I'm pretty sure I saw him in a car and he ditched the wagon.
Are you drinking Clamato in your beer?
It happens.
Oh.
It just happens.
That's disgusting.
Hey, the only way to get day drunk is to start early.
That's right.
That's a true statement.
But why'd add Clamato? Clamato.
Breakfast.
to it?
Yes, it's heavy.
Don't what?
Is no one going to say chlamydia? Because that's exactly what my head goes into.
Chlamydia.
It's the chlamydia beer, all right?
But anyway,
Drinking
this
chlamydia
podcast is going to be about defensive line. If you followed us, we've gone through every ranking. Want to stress, this is very early. This is even before training camps. But if we give you any information that will hold true through training camp, then, keep it, because we're here for you guys. We're here for our fans, all 15
All across
of
the
them.
world.
Again, Clayton will be doing the Death Nut Challenge. He will be taking the first nut because we got
Yeah, you will.
because we got 150 likes on our Facebook page. We may want to do the second nut if we get maybe 200 likes or
That's you, Jeff
something
Rowe.
like
I
that.
think all y'all fuckers should just do it with me.
Language.
Well,
Sorry about
it is
that,
what
folks.
it is. I'm
But-
not.
I'm not. Well, there are like 5 nuts in the Death Nut Challenge. So I figure I'll do the first, Pat can do the second, Joe can do the third, you do 4 and 5. Because you have to gauge if 4 was hot and then how hot was 5 compared to 4.
So how does that work? Is all I'm trying to figure.
Well, you're the one that said you do the Reaper, but the Reaper
I don't
also
remember
got
being
one
given
hot.
a option, but I'll do it. Whatever.
I know you will.
Whatever it takes.
But hey, enough jibber-jabbering about that. Let's get into the defensive line. Let's start off with the obvious guy. Clayton loves Chubb, so let's talk Chubb.
Mr. Bradley Chubb. Yeah, man, I've been high on him. He would have been, if I was Cleveland, I probably would have drafted him after I took Baker. But Denver lucked out, in my opinion, fell to him. Now they got him opposite of Von Miller. They're going to have him play in the, D-end, outside linebacker, like a hybrid position.
An edge player, maybe.
Yeah, whatever it takes. He's just going to be getting after the quarterback. That's where he's going to get paid. That's where he's going to make his money.
I think he's got everything.
Yeah, I think the total
he's-
package.
He's the next Khalil Mack. He's the next. Well, I don't think what's his name played well in Cleveland. He was injured.
Miles Garrett.
Huh?
Miles Garrett.
Yeah, but they said in Cleveland, it's like, man, he was right there at the quarterback, but our coverage wasn't great.
Yeah.
We might get more sacks with a better coverage.
And they addressed that.
Yeah.
So, but either way, yeah, Chubb, he's got to be in the early running for, defensive rookie of the year. I almost wouldn't be surprised if he reached the double-digit sack mark in his rookie year, just
Right.
based on, the attention Von Miller's going to have, the opportunity he's going to have, and his talent. He's got the talent to do it.
Mm-hmm. Joe?
Honestly, he's got the skill set, and he definitely has the ability to play multiple positions, and he's a veteran in both of them for all the years that he's played both positions. But it's early, but OTAs, DeMarcus Ware already showing love for him.
He's
Yeah.
coaching him,
Yeah,
I believe.
he's already saying that this dude's the bomb, and not only that, but fantasy football standpoint, IDP wise, he's number one defensive player that you should probably look at if you have a hybrid position that you can play.
Yeah,
If your
definitely.
league-
Some
allows
leagues
it.
just do like edge rushers.
Yes, if you can play him both at linebacker or linemen,
Oh,
like
the flexibility?
some leagues
Yes.
do, he's the number one pick you should go for.
Yeah, because the flexibility right there only takes up
So-
one bench spot.
The question is that we've been doing for these podcasts is, you need a defensive lineman in your rookie dynasty draft. There's an article on our page about making IDPs count because we upped our scoring in our league, and now it's like, wow, it's like you can't just sleep on a defensive player in your rookie dynasty draft.
Right.
But that's our league. I mean, obviously he can go 1-2 in our league, first or second round. But what about our traditional thing, or where would you draft him, Clayton? What rounds would you say?
I don't think, even though how talented and is your IDP, I think maybe at the earliest in your rookie dynasty would you be looking third round, because I think your first and second round you're going to get your playmakers on the offensive side of the ball, your quarterbacks, even in the second round, but your receivers and running backs will all go before defense.
All right. What about you, Joe? Where would you take the guy?
Honestly, everything is, it's team needs.
Yeah.
And if you're going for the run and your offense is looking heavy and stacked, and he's an instant impact for either linebacker or lineman position, you may be able to go late second.
Okay. Like I say, if it's our league, he can go in the late first, second. Of course, we're an established dynasty league, but as far as a rookie league, depending on your scoring and team need, I say he's a late second to third rounder. That's where I'll say. So we seem to be all agreeing on that same position. But let's move on to Joe. What do you got on Davenport? Julian Davenport, since I keep saying his name wrong. Marcus Davenport with a C.
Julian Davenport. Well, he's already established. Let's talk about Marcus.
Right.
Honestly, New Orleans showed their aggressiveness in moving up in the draft to get him. So that alone shows something, because they've already got the number one lineman in the league in Jordan Cameron. I always do that.
get
The
the
league
name
always messes me up.
Right.
The
No,
TV
that's
show.
what I'm saying. He's in a similar situation, in my opinion, as Chubb, because he's got the dude on the other side that's going to command a lot of attention. So I think that helps him. That does worry me a little bit, the level of competition he faced in college playing at UTSA. But but what about Khalil Mack playing at Buffalo? I mean, it doesn't always work like that. I mean, he's got the talent. I just think he might be a little raw right now.
Exactly.
But the
I
potential's
wasn't
there.
that high on him. I saw him more as a flash type player than a consistent type disruptive menace. But he'll pan out.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people would have taken him over Chubb. I mean, personally, I wouldn't have, but so the talent's there.
I like the fact that he's like 6'6",
Yeah.
with 33, 5'8" arm.
That's a little guy.
I mean, you go back, J.J. Watt pretty much revolutionized the defensive line with all the ball SWAT, J.J. SWAT.
SWAT team.
So here you got a guy 6'6" with 33-inch arms. I mean, again, if you're scoring in your league and you count batted balls or whatever, that height, and like you guys said, he's playing the opposite side of Cam Jordan, right? Jordan Cameron.
Yeah.
And they also got
Every time.
Rankins in the middle from last year's draft.
He's
or
a
2 years
solid.
draft.
Yeah, he's solid.
And he played solid at defensive tackle, but I just love this guy's size at 6'6". I mean, Jesus. Joe, when you mentioned how, you said, yeah, he's like 6'6", 6'7", and it's like, wow, I didn't know he was that big.
So even if he doesn't get to the quarterback, he just
But,
puts those long ass arms up and
Yep.
Yeah. So like again in our league, which established Dynasty, and we made, we upped the scoring, made defense count by making the scoring higher. This is another guy. I think he's a second to third as far as in a rookie draft dynasty. I'm saying he's after Chubb, probably third, fourth round for me.
Yeah, Chubb would be the first one I took. Davenport, as far as lineman, your D end or whatever, defensive lineman, I'd be Chubb and then Davenport for me. So
Without a
yeah,
doubt, I'm second on that.
So you're second on them?
yeah. So I mean, yeah, you're looking at the third, like it's team needs. If you don't need the lineman, and you have someone else rated higher, obviously you're gonna pass on Davenport. But he's it's young, big. I'd take him right after Chubb.
All right. Well, let's move on to a guy. This is kind of my we need a siren sound. This is my sleeper pick on the defensive This guy's my sleeper pick. I don't know if you guys want to talk him, but I will. I love Maurice Hurst out of Michigan. The fact I watched the Amazon Prime. I'm not sure what the show is called, but it was about Michigan football, and you had basically football players acting like college football players in it. He was always real mature, calm, quiet, just seemed like a real nice guy, just really focused on whatever he did. And he just played. I just thought he played so well in Michigan, and they had him ranked in the second round draft pick, but he had irregular heartbeat at the combine, and I think he dropped down to the 5th round. But the one thing that you can say against him is he's short. He's like 6'1", but at the same time, he comes off that line fast, and he's low, so he gets under people's pads, and he can cause disruptions in the backfield by pushing the guy back. So I'm saying as a sleeper pick, I love this guy. I don't know if y'all have anything on him.
Yeah, my pre-draft rankings, I had him higher than a lot of normal people had him. But I really liked his ability to come out fast and low. And it should have created opportunities to penetrate the offensive line, but
What?
that's where I'm leaving it.
Penetrate what?
Clayton, you got anything
Literally.
on him?
No.
Okay. All right, well, Clay, let's go to you about a Vita Vea, the giant Hawaiian or Samoan.
Well, I'm just glad we abbreviate his name because there's no way I'd be able to pronounce that. It's
Right.
like 100 letters long. Tampa Bay, that's a struggling team. They need some help on defense. And I think he landed in a good spot to come in and contribute day one. Might be, probably the best top defensive tackle, inside tackle in the draft. But doesn't always translate to like fantasy impact, and that's what worries me about him. Like I think he could be a very productive pro and will be, but I don't necessarily think that might give you the fantasy points.
Okay, so this is a guy you're thinking 5th, 6th, 7th round.
Yeah, just because normally your outside guys get you more fantasy points, and it's harder to find those inside D linemen, which I mean they're there, but like they're so few and far between. So if he is the one, like I'd probably pick him up, put him on my taxi squad, or at least at first,
Okay.
just to see how he played out. Before I let him take up a roster spot, just because I don't trust inside defensive linemen that well, especially a rookie.
Joe?
Honestly, he's an enigma. He's got very, very light feet for a big 300-pound boy.
347.
And he's light on his feet.
He's a
which
big
is, which
dude.
is good. He's gonna be a hole filler. He's gonna be plugging gaps. But I agree with you. Fantasy perspective, I'm not gonna be high on him, but I'm high on him in the sense that he's gonna be filling holes.
Yeah.
I love Chubb.
But yeah, he could come out and surprise and give you that, instead of 3 sacks, he might come out and get you like 5 to 7, which, then I'd be surprised and then I'd be wrong, about his production. But
I'd like him to get a bunch of sacks. I just don't see him getting a lot of sacks. I see him being a big run disruptor.
yeah, run stop and getting a few tackles, but plugging up the holes and blockers and letting like Gerald McCoy and
I was about to bring up, like, this might help Gerald McCoy,
yeah,
to get some heat off him because, he's like, what, 6'4", 347?
yeah, right.
I
That's
mean,
a big boy.
My only thing with him is I definitely agree. You can take him later and then put him on your taxi squad.
Yeah.
Because, the talk at the combine, when I was there, y'all sent me there. So, but he's so huge and he put up 41 at the combine.
Yeah.
He's pretty much lived off his mass and strength. It's like, first off, he's hard to move because he's 347. Then he's a pain in the ass because he's strong as hell.
Almost
And I
like the
think
Wilfork.
He's definitely genetically gifted because
Samoan.
not only is he strong arm-wise, upper body, but his feet move.
Right.
He's very light on his feet.
But they say he lacks some certain technique. Like in college, he's lived by his size and his strength.
Yeah.
And pushing. Like Joe said, he gets his feet in and he just pushes. So, but he's got the mentality to fix those. He's getting
Yes.
in NFL coaching.
Yes,
He's a
I
guy
say
that
he
can
might
come
be
in.
like, since his technique's a little more raw, it could be more along the lines. It might take him to year 2. But his biggest
Right.
fantasy impact might not be his scoring, but his effect on what he does to
Other
McCoy.
players.
Exactly. You know, whoever plays. I don't know
And-
who plays
and-
defensive
and,
end
well, then
for
you
that
then
team.
you free
so-
up the linebackers that they have that already make the plays. Levante David and
Right. Oh, I know. I can't think of it. I know
Yeah.
David.
Yeah,
It's on
but
my team.
it's
That's
the
why I
other
know
dude,
Levante
and he's right
David.
there. Tip of my tongue, but either I know it's rookie, but I think that his impact might be more beneficial to the other players that we already.
He's like a
have.
giant planet, and just his gravity is going to soak everyone in.
Yeah.
All right, Joe. Let's move on to a guy that is your guy,
Yeah, honestly,
Payne.
besides Chubb and Hurst and all that, this is my sleeper pick in Payne. I think he's going to be.
Sorry for yelling.
He's going to be, fantasy perspective, I think he's going to get more sacks than Vita Vea, but he's going to have the similar line on filling gaps, and maybe I see him possibly penetrating the offensive line. But honestly, the Washington Redskins, they're desperate on the defense right now, specifically the defensive line, and they've been showing their desperation shows in the first 2 rounds of last 2 seasons. They've been picking defensive linemen, both from Alabama. But Payne originally came to Alabama as a 350-pound behemoth.
Oh,
I think
wow.
I think he's with just raw talent, just big boy. But Alabama kind of shaped him. He's down to, I think he's 311?
Yeah.
That's what I saw him listed as, but he don't look like a 300-pounder. Honestly,
He carries his weight well.
kind of looked
But he's
like
he's
similar
got a
how
good
Mario
skill set.
Williams, they would say weighed around
Right.
300, but he didn't look like it. That's the thing about Payne. Whenever I was watching the film, I was like, they list him at 300, but you don't see like a big gut on him, or he looks more closer to like a DN. But you watch him, he doesn't get moved back well. He's strong, got a strong base. So I mean,
Well, honestly, for that 300-pound frame or whatever, even at 350 pounds, he brought it down, but he compacted it. His skill set with his athleticism and his strength alone, he's gonna be a big disruptor. He's gonna be a prominent run stopper, maybe the prominent run stopper out of this draft. Stamp it
Over
Hot take.
Vita Vea?
over Vita Vea.
Whoa. Bold prediction.
Oh, prediction.
And there's Padu in the background. I like Daron Payne because I think he's the perfect thing as far as being. I mean, obviously he's not going to be Aaron Donald, but to me he's kind of built similar to Aaron Donald. Good feet. He's strong, and he's quick. He's a good athlete. I mean,
Yeah.
he just
He's very headstrong.
He is, and I mean, he's already shown his discipline, like with Joe, what Joe brought up, that he weighed like 900 pounds or whatever it was, and he came down to 310, 311. So here's a guy, 6'3", 311, shows discipline that he can drop that weight, shows that he's dedicated to play. So
And still has the athleticism. Carries it.
carries the athleticism, carries the weight. He's strong. He's compact. This is a guy I would take in like maybe the 4th or 5th round in a draft.
I could see that.
I just think I don't think he's gonna be the run stuffer Joe does. Doesn't mean Joe's wrong, but I'm right.
Yeah,
But I like him. I like him over Vita Vea. Fantasy wise, Vita Vea is gonna be a good football player.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I see it too with the Payne, like, because that's what jumps off is his athleticism. Like I said, he's listed at 311, but you watch the tape, they have him at that inside tackle, but he almost looks like he's about 285,
He
290.
looks like an edge rusher coming
Yeah,
down
he
straight to
really
the middle.
does. That's what's scary. And you know what? After a year, he might slim down a little bit and play that more edge rusher in the NFL. Depending on what kind of regiment they put him
Defense-
on.
One thing about talking defensive line, and we taught this during our prep time, it's defensive linemen are just moving defensive end, defensive tackle.
Yeah,
I mean,
you need
they're
the versatility.
moving
That's the way
all
the league
over.
is. Like you said, J.J. Watt revolutionized that.
Yeah, I mean, JJ could play nose tackle. I mean, he's not, but he could. But he runs through the guards. He plays out on the defensive end position. I mean, he does a great job. And it just seems like defensive players are just moving. What? Sorry for the dead
Yeah.
air, but Joe's writing stuff down.
Joe thinks he's a
Joe had
comedian.
his What did you call it? Thinking salad this morning?
Yes.
Thinking salad and his thinking drink.
And my
with
talking beer.
And his
my
talking-
talking juice. Talking juice.
Yeah, but, you know, kind of an honorable mention, Tavin Bryan in Jacksonville, but we all agreed his problem was he's going to a team that's got really good defensive linemen, and it's maybe this is why Jacksonville doesn't make a Super Bowl, because they keep drafting guys in the first round that they really don't need.
Yeah, they have
He's
all
the
these-
son of a Navy SEAL.
I was waiting for that.
All right, now that that's out there, yeah, he's going to an already stacked team, but that could also play in his favor. You know, with all the attention on everybody else around him, he might, you know, slip in there and get a few sacks. But
It's true. Injuries can happen.
yeah, that's true.
Mike, to keep like Calais Campbell, like he might become a cap hit later on down the road,
And
and
he's
now
older.
you got him. But I mean, he's 6'5". He's a big guy. I just think like Cincinnati did it. They drafted this big ass white guy, and now here they are. I think it's like almost like we're trying to find J.J. Watt.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to be white, first off. but-
Honestly, who knows? J.J. Watt was a high motor. Same thing with Bryant. But Bryant's in the development stage. He's
Yeah.
going to be in it right now.
Yeah, don't draft Tavin Bryan.
He has the ability to become disruptive. But
yeah, but
I don't know. He has the ability to play inside, outside, and do all the things. But his problem is he lacks that that his instincts are just below average. I don't.
Right.
It's just. I
That's
don't
a
know.
shame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, folks. Thanks for tuning in to our defensive line talk. We'll be doing our linebackers next. Not that it matters to you because it's going to be on a different podcast on YouTube. But check out our YouTube page. You can find us at DynastyWise there. Joe.
Follow us on Twitter at DynastyWise
_FF.
_FF. And follow me at DynastyWise_Joe.
And Clay.
For all the real information at DynastyWise Clay.
All right. Chad, we hope you're doing well. Get well. Chad.
Yeah, Joe.
Chode.
Chad slipped. Apparently, he was
In the
his,
bathtub?
Broke
Well,
his
he was
hip.
in his underwear running down the street after two little kids. We don't know why. They were screaming, something.
Allegedly.
Yeah. So, but apparently he got tased. We don't know what's going on.
It's all right.
All right. See us for the linebackers. Do.